place.
There's an entire city here.
Supergirl is on a mission that's gonna fix your mom.
My mom has disappeared.
I will set fire to your world.
Watch out!
Mom.
Supergirl, all new episode Monday at 8, 7 Central on the CW.
Hey guys, Ben here, and welcome back to another video on Supergirl Season 3, and today we're going to be doing my trailer breakdown for episode 20, so if you do go on to enjoy the video, please be sure to leave a like and a comment, and subscribe if you're new, so you don't miss any Supergirl videos, because we're getting very close to the finale. We've got 4 more episodes after last night's episode, so I'm really excited. Let me know if you guys are in the comments below. So this has been something since I found out about it months ago that we were going to Argo City that I've been super anticipating, and this is probably one of my most anticipated episodes of the entire season, and that's saying something because I've looked forward to a lot of these episodes. We're going to be breaking this down shot by shot, and I'm going to be explaining what's going to be happening in this episode and what's happening in these shots. So in the first shot of the trailer, we get to see a look at Argo City, and this is part of Krypton that has been shot out into space, and we will get the explanation in this episode as to how they've actually survived. But you can see on their rock there is a green light glow, and I think maybe that is kryptonite, or maybe it is that special rock that they mentioned last episode that they had to get. And they will not have superpowers here because this is not orbiting any sun, it's just a meteorite in space right now for over maybe 30 to 40 years since Krypton has exploded. I don't have the exact date, so I'm sorry about that, but they've been out in space for a long time since when that explosion happened, and they're going to have to explain what's going on. How on earth have they survived? Obviously they have the dome protecting them from outer stuff in space. How haven't they crashed into a planet or something like that yet? But we get some really cool shots of Argo City, and it looks absolutely beautiful. The CGI is brilliant. So we move on to a shot of Kara and Mon-El in the spaceship as they head towards Argo City, and they realize, oh shit, there's an entire city here. We have to check this out before we just go and take a rock and go home. So them being the superheroes that they do, they go down to there, and as you can see in the next shot, we get a very Star Wars like shot, and there's a lot of Star Wars references in this episode considering there's a lot of space travel, and I'll talk more about that in a minute. We go to a very Blade Runner-esque landscape where it's very reminiscent of what we've seen on Krypton in the past and on the show, and it's very similar to the Krypton that we see on the Krypton TV show, which I will be doing a finale video for in a few days. So if you're into Krypton right now, please be sure to turn on notifications so you don't miss that. But those two things is what this landscape actually reminds me of. So this is inside Argo City, and we get to see some sort of market along with it. And so we get another shot, and it's very reminiscent of Star Wars once again, with them actually going through the spaceship into the atmosphere at a really fast pace. And so we move on, and we get a shot of Ruby and Alex, and Alex is talking to Ruby about her mum, and that everyone is trying to actually stop and try to help Rain and her actual mum, that being Sam. And so the following shot after that is a shot of Sam. It seems like she's in the Fortress of Sanctuary, although it's blown up, so we'll have to wait and see. But maybe somehow she gets to Argo City, I have no idea, but it could be in her mind, we don't know. But it seems like she's escaped, and we get to see a confrontation of her trying to break out. And as we know with Pestilence's powers, she's actually evolving and she's becoming immune to kryptonite, so Lena's trying to hold her down whilst we get that rock from Argo City. So the following shot is quite mysterious. So we get to look at some soldiers, and they're on the roof. They could be DEO soldiers or something like that, but it's misleadingly cut. So I know for a fact in these scenes, it's the scenes we see later in the trailer with Alex, and Alex is going all Tom Cruise, jumping over buildings and stuff. And so they're either working for Alex with a DEO, or they're working against Alex. I really don't know. I'm a bit in the dark about that part of the episode, but we'll move on to the part that I'm more sure about. So we get a shot of Mon-El and Kara after they've landed on Argo City, and they are getting shot by someone else. It's not those people, and it's laser beams, and so This is most likely from the things we see later in the trailer that we've seen at the Fortress of Solitude. Those robots, I totally forgot what they're called. And then we get an awesome shot of them running through the streets because they don't have superpowers, obviously, and they're in a rush, and it seems like they're probably running away still from those laser beams, and then they encounter someone that Kara knows, and we'll talk about that in a second. But we get a few cool shots of Rain trying to break out and them going into the atmosphere of Argo City, and then we get a brilliant shot, once again very reminiscent of Star Wars, with them wearing the cloaks, that being Kara and Mon-El, and we see the robot things I was talking about that are from Krypton. And so at this point Kara's like, shit, yeah, this is Krypton. And before that she probably recognizes the city, although I don't think in the TV show she's actually from Argo City as far as I can remember. And we get a shot of Alura, and she has some deputies behind or something like that, and she is in fact alive. And this is the moment where Kara finds out that her mum is alive. That reaction is so pure, and it's so brilliantly put together in the trailer, and I'm really excited for the scene to happen in next week's episode. She's gonna find out that her mum is alive, she survived Krypton, part of Krypton survived, she's not the last survivor with Kal-El. It's gonna be crazy. So Alura's coming back to Earth with us in episode 21, so the episode after this, so it's a two-part Argo City episode. I'm really excited to explore Krypton in present day, which is really crazy, and it's a dream come true. So anyway guys, I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.
It doesn't make us strong, it doesn't make us weak. Tongue tied to service like shut